Hi guys, welcome back to part 2 of Oklahoma's Extreme Mustang Makeover. This video picks back up where we left off on Friday, August 13th. I turned Zariel out to a round pen so that I could completely empty out her stall and replace it with brand new shavings. I've never dealt with shavings before guys, but let's just say I'm glad I keep my horses in pastures. It's much less work.
Hi! Having good times out here? No? Yeah. There's Zine and Zach. Zooty booty! Hi! What is doing, Zooties? Cheech, what are you doing? I got my Zariel shirt on. Rocking my bracelet. So cool.
If it looks like I'm rushing, it's because I am. I thought that I had another 10 people before me, but it turned out I only had 2. So I ran to Zariel's stall, quickly brushed her down, but hardly, and then we trotted to the arena. We made it with 30 seconds to spare. Man, that was such a rush.
Draw 31, hip 45. Zariel, 4-year-old sorrel mare together, triple B, HMA.
So this is our second class of the week, but remember, because we aren't doing it mounted, it isn't going to be scored. So going into it, I just wanted to relax and try to have fun. We were supposed to trot those poles, but oh well. The cool thing about not being scored is you just gotta do it however you want. This is Zariel's 4th time working with a bridge. The first 3 were actually right before the show in the warm-up pen. So considering, I think she nailed it, and I was overjoyed. If I ever do this again, I'll definitely need to build my own bridge so that I can practice that in my own backyard. I was so proud of her, you guys. We went out there just to have fun and see what we could do, and we did it. We accomplished our objectives, and I was stoked. Both Zariel and I were more relaxed this time. We have to keep in mind with these Mustangs that they were wild only a few months ago, so any little accomplishment is actually huge.
Thank you. And the winner, and Zariel.
It's humbling walking your horse through a course when everyone else is riding it, but everybody clapped and was supportive regardless. That's the great thing about the Mustang community. I was so relieved and proud of Zariel. I was feeling all cuddly, but Zariel, not so much.
How'd you do?
She's really good.
She crossed the bridge.
Across the bridge, back to my
Like I said in part 1, the culture at the makeover is so inviting. So many people came up and congratulated us and were just so sweet to both me and Zariel. I also got to meet a few of my subscribers. It was so fun seeing everyone. Unfortunately, Zariel was not feeling the attention and she made sure to let everyone know it. Little booger. We're jumping to Saturday. They had already announced the top 10 finalists and it was time for the big show. It started out with some trick riding, which always makes me nervous. I think it's really cool, and man, those girls are so talented, but I'm always praying for them under my breath. Here they are introducing the top 10. We have Jessie, Grace, Rebecca, Camille, Damon, Jeff Cook, Sarah, Krista, Stacia, and Reba. They all ran back to grab their horses for their next class. Only the top 10 finalists received the pattern, but I've seen it enough times to get the gist. So basically, they started a lope, do a stop, a roll back, lope, stop, back, do some side passing, then lope on the correct lead. Ideally, there would be a flying lead change in there, otherwise trot and switch leads. I'm pretty sure that's basically it, but all 10 had this exact same pattern to complete. There was one horse out of the top 10 that did not make it to this class. For some reason, she would not enter the arena. When they finally got her into the arena, she was swishing her tail a lot. Her trainer, Stacia, ended up pulling her from the competition. She wanted to make sure that she was okay before she went to a new home. She could have been sore, or it could have been a number of things, so I'm glad she made the right choice to take her home and figure out what was wrong. I think she's doing well now. Next, it's time for the freestyles. I videoed them in their entirety, but I just kept in a few short clips of each one. I love the freestyles because this is a time for each trainer to personally show what they like to do with their horse, and you get to see what these horses could be best suited for discipline-wise. My camera was running low on battery, so I saved it for the top 3 announcement.
Hip number 27, Camille McCutcheon. Hip number 21, Sarah Alden.
The top 10 horses got auctioned off right then and there. It was both a live auction and an online auction. I was a little confused how it would work out, but it did just fine. The top selling horse went for $17,000, and that was Hellcat, trained by Jessie. Now let's go back in time a little. I wanted to go out of order so that I had time to explain some things. So earlier on Saturday, after they had already announced the top 10, the rest of us went into the arena for Meet the Mustangs. This is a time we can showcase our horse and talk a little bit about them. The online auction opened up on Wednesday night and went until 9 p.m. on Saturday, but it would not officially close until there were no new bids placed on a horse. All non-top 10 horses would be up for grabs to the highest bidder until 5 whole minutes passed without any new bids being placed on any horse. So jump back forward in time with me. It's Saturday night at 11 p.m. and the online auction is still going. Surreal had no bids on her. In fact, there were 3 chestnut mares without bids on them. At this point, we had concluded that Surreal would go home with us and be put into the tip program so that we could secure her a good home. But then, at the last minute, someone told me that I should check my phone and that Surreal got a bid. I was headed back to her stall to process it, and there were 2 people standing out front. I knew they were the bidders. We talked it over, and the bidder got to handle Surreal. Surreal did great with her. Thankfully, her owner is a lady who has trained over 35 Mustangs, so she is very experienced. I hope to follow up with Surreal's story, but at least I know she will get the correct training that she needs. It was almost midnight when I got back to my hotel. They would be loading her up at 6 a.m. the next morning to head back to Colorado. I got up early to be there at 5 so I could say my goodbyes. It was really hard. I felt like my heart was being torn out. Zach and I stayed in Oklahoma another night, and I think I spent the majority of the day in tears. This journey was a hard one, but surreal stole my heart somewhere along the way.
Think about me one more time before you go. Someday you'll know. Someday you'll know. You already know what I'm going to say. I've been feeling this way for far too long.